Hello everybody, Shadow here and welcome to the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. So, we have arrived in the cafeteria and find that Kako is basically putting her foot down. Hey Kako, what's up? Is something wrong? I can't take it anymore. Always doing what my brother tells me, staying in his room all day. I've had enough of it. At this rate, we'll pass the whole 100 days just hiding, not doing anything useful. I don't want that. I want
to fight too, just like everyone else.
Hooray! You do? Well, it's about time. But hey, better late than never. Of course you can join the team. Let's 86 those invaders and save the world together.
Don't be so ridiculous. Who gives a rat's ass about the world?
What was that? All of you, do you see what you've done? Are you proud of yourselves? All your ridiculous talk of teamwork and fighting for a greater cause has poisoned my dear sister's mind. Nobody has poisoned me, brother dearest. Why are you always like this? You never let me do anything. You never even call me by my name. Do you have any idea how much I hate that sister dearest stuff? I know you don't want me to get hurt, but I can't go on like this anymore. Everyone is working so hard, putting their lives on the line, while we just keep ourselves safe.
If you want to be a coward, you can do it alone.
Oh my! A coward? Sister dearest, why would you say such an awful thing to me? I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. How much longer is this family drama going to go on? I'm falling asleep over here. Shh, don't butt in. They need to work this out between the two of them. Brother dearest, please. For once, just listen to me. Let me do what I want. This is important. Let me fight.
Let me do something that matters. That's all I ask.
Well, I'm all for it. Well, this is a surprise. I don't think I've ever heard you speak so forcefully, sister dearest. You're really serious about this, aren't you? I guess there's only one thing for me to do then.
I have to punish you for stepping so far out of line and give you a thorough re-education.
Oh dear. He's really cracked, huh? What? Come along, back to our room. You need a stern talking to. No, please. Come along, sister dearest. Do as your brother says. Ima grabbed Kako's hand and started dragging her toward the door. But before he could get there, everyone jumped on him. That's enough. Give it a rest, man. Takemaru stepped in to block their path. I don't care if you are her brother. You got no right to treat Kako like this. If you really love her, shouldn't you respect her opinion a little more? What did you say? What makes you think you have any right to decide what's best for my dear sister?
I have to protect her. From herself, if necessary. Now, get out of my way!
I don't agree with you, Ima. At all. Ima moved too fast for me to follow. One moment he was reaching into his pocket. Oh my gosh! The next he shoved something sharp and deadly looking into Takemaru's side.
Takemaru!
You piece of shit.
Wow! Darumi's probably freaking bouncing off the walls at this.
It's your own fault for interfering. I am my dear sister's protector. Her rock, her guiding light, her everything.
Sure.
Her happiness is my responsibility and mine alone.
I just noticed, is that patch on Takemaru's arm, is that a flan with wings? Is that what that's supposed to be? I hope it is, because that's kind of hilarious if so.
She is what gives my life meaning.
Okay, but you're making her life miserable.
I would do anything to keep her safe. Any act of violence, or cowardice, or cruelty.
I understand that this is for... I understand that the way this is framed is so that the background is somewhat recognizable still. But if you think about this too much, you kind of end up like, wait, why are they in this orientation? Because the door is behind us. So really they should be swapped around because Ima's trying to leave and Takemaru blocked their path. All right, fun thought out of the way. Let's go.
Nothing is too extreme for me.
Thunk. Takemaru fell to the floor, a red puddle spreading out beneath him. No freaking way! He straight up shivved him! There's so much blood. Kind of gets you in the mood, doesn't it? The killings have finally started! Come on, we have to stop the bleeding. We can use the tablecloth for bandages. Someone, help me tear it into strips. But if I touch anything, my total failure pathogens could infect the wound. Never mind that, just do it. We all crowded around, doing whatever we could to help our fallen friend. Wait a minute, the culprits escaped! Huh? Kotaro was right. While the rest of us were busy tending to Takemaru's injury, Ima had disappeared. And he'd taken Kako with him. They're both gone! Wasn't anyone watching the door? The coward! A true warrior would stay and face retribution for his actions. Just look at all that blood. I'm about to start drooling. We can deal with those two later. Right now, Takemaru needs priority. I think he's passed out from losing so much blood. We should dress the wound and get him somewhere he can rest. There's no rush. If he dies, we can just take him to the infirmary and bring him back. We still have to try to save him. Someone help with his legs. And Nozomi is not here, so she's gonna be surprised. We did our best to get Takemaru patched up. Then Eito, Yagumo, Gaku, and I carried him back to his room. Okay. Wow. All right. Lower him down gently.
Huh?
Right. Once we got him into bed, we thought the hard part was over, but we were wrong. Takemaru's eyes flew open and he immediately tried to get back up. That son of a bitch! Where is he? I'm gonna tear him limb from fucking limb! Stop moving around! You're gonna make it worse! You need rest! This is just a scratch. Barely even hurts. You're not fooling anyone, man! He cut you open! Of course it hurts! Bringing you back to full health with a Revive-O-Matic's always an option. What do you say? I can make it quick. Don't give me that. Dying in battle's one thing, but I'll be damned if I'm gonna let something like this do me in. Of course, death isn't something to be treated lightly, even if we do have the option of bringing people back.
Hey!
In that case, you'll have to stay here and rest until you're healed. Until your wound's healed. Don't tell me what to do. I can get up just... See? What did I tell you? Damn it! I'll get that little bastard for this. Nobody pulls a knife on Takemaru Shiji and gets away with it. You guys hear that? Ima's mine. Don't go passing any vigilante justice until I'm back on my feet.
Huh?
Yeah, sure. Not like I was about to go after him anyway. I just don't understand. Why would he do something like this to a friend? He's always been protective of Kako, but this is taking it to another level. Damn it all to hell. When I get my hands on him. Why did it have to be Takemaru who he lashed out at? Things are only going to get worse now. We spent the rest of the day tending to Takemaru, forcing him to back down whenever he tried to get up. Eventually, he fell asleep, and we finally felt confident leaving him alone. It was pretty late by then, by the time I got back to my room. Right. What a day. As if we didn't have enough on our plates with Moko's condition. Now we have to worry about Ima going postal on us, too. He's really gone too far this time. What was he thinking? Huh? What's that? As I looked absently around my room, I caught sight of something that hadn't been there before. Oh. Oh, fascinating. There's a scrap of paper by the door. How did this get there? Is it some kind of note? Did someone leave it for me while I was gone? I picked up the paper and turned it over to find a message on the other side. The handwriting was rough and messy, as if it had been written in a hurry. Please convince my brother to let me fight. Huh? Is this? I don't recognize the writing, but given the content, this could only have come from Kako. She must have slipped away from Ima at some point and slid it under my door. Don't we have mail slots in our door? Yeah, we literally have a little slot in our door. Slipping it under the door would have just been completely unnecessary. Okay, whatever. I'm sure that the dialogue was probably written separately from the design, so, you know. Well, I guess it would have been the localization, so I don't know. I suppose they could have, but they might also not have access to the visuals of the game. I don't know. I've never made a game. I've never translated anything. It's fine. And she wants me to get Ima to change his mind? That's quite the tall order. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would be won over with a little argument. Not to mention, if I say the wrong thing, he might stab me too. That's a valid concern!
You never know.
Okay, well... Wow, it really is getting late. I must have spent more time with Takemaru than I realized. Maybe I'll show this note to everyone in the morning and ask them what they think I should do. If I'm going to talk Ima around, I'll need all the help I can get. Still puzzling over Kako's request, I slipped into a light, troubled sleep. My 52nd day at Last Defense Academy was over, and I wasn't sorry to see it go either. Right. That is fair. Bong, boom, pong. Hooray! It's morning.
Get ready, prepare, be ready to give your...
Okay. Oh. Huh? Who'd be calling on me this early? Still feeling groggy, I opened the door and was met with a bright greeting and a cheery smile. Fantastic. Good morning, Mr. Sumino. Ima? Forgive me for skipping the small talk. I'm going to come right out and ask, are you hiding something from me? Hiding something? Perhaps I'm just imagining it. But then again, maybe I'm not. Well, which is it? Really? I just want to be sure I heard you correctly. Are you hiding something from me or not? Oh! Really? I just want to be sure I heard you correctly. Are you hiding something from me or not? Okay, fine, yes, we are. I wouldn't say I was hiding it from you, but I did find a note from Kako last night. I never actually saw her, though. She probably just slipped it under the door. That does look like my dear sister's handwriting. May I? He's gonna take it and... Crunch. Without waiting for an answer, Ima took the note from me and screwed it up into a tight little ball. Hey, what are you doing? My dear sister clearly put a lot of stock in your oratory skills. If she thinks they'd work on me. How about we make a deal, Mr. Sumino? Huh? A deal? If you really need more firepower, I don't mind joining the team. What? I do have one condition, though. You have to convince my dear sister not to fight. Convince Kako? She's going through a rebellious phase. No matter what I say, she refuses to see sense. I'd like you to use your talent for talking to people to get her to give up on this silly notion of fighting like the rest of you.
Ah.
If you can do that, I'll gladly put my life on the line instead. You really mean that?
Aha.
Cross my heart. Any attempt to put my dear sister on the battlefield is doomed to failure. She's meant to be protected, not a protector. She just needs someone to convince her that this is for the best. That's where you come in. If you can manage that, I'll do enough fighting for the both of us. Well, do we have a deal? No.
Duh?
Don't be like that, Mr. Sumino. Do we have a deal? No. Don't be like that, Mr. Sumino. Do we have a deal? No. Fine, yes.
Hey!
All right. I have a feeling you're not going to take no for an answer anyway. Another astute observation. Thank you for making this so easy, Mr. Sumino. Believe me, you've made the right choice. My dear sister is a lot of things, but a fighter is not one of them. If one of us has to get our hands dirty, it should be me. Anyone can see that. Okay. Just so long as you hold up your end of the deal. I've already given you my word. Do I look like a liar to you? You look like a stabber. Yes, that's why I mentioned it. By the way, what if I can't persuade her? What'll you do then? Such a negative attitude. Such a negative attitude ill becomes you, Mr. Sumino. If that does happen, though, maybe I'll just break down the door to the defense room and end the war that way. What? So long as my dear sister can live the rest of her life in peace and safety, I don't care what happens to humanity or the planet. If I judge that this war is putting her in undue danger, I won't hesitate to end it by any means necessary. Ima said all this with the same placid smile on his face that he always wore. If I didn't know better, I might have thought he was joking. I did know better, though. Behind that smile, he was dead serious. He would gladly doom humanity if it meant keeping his sister safe. She really is his entire world. Now that that's settled, we should get to work. If you can't talk her around by the time Mr. Yakushiji recovers, it will only complicate matters.
Hey!
And remind me, whose fault is that? Guilty as charged. Well, good luck. Ima waved nonchalantly and sauntered out of the room, looking like he didn't have a care in the world. So, turns out I'll be trying to convince Kako, not Ima. I don't like it, but Ima hasn't given me a lot of choice. He's not going to budge on this, I can tell. And honestly, he does have a point about Kako not being much of a fighter. I'll have to act like I've accepted her request, then turn it around on her once she's opened up to me. Kind of a rotten thing to do, but it's for the greater good. I'll start by asking the others about her. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Even the fun part is the fact that if we convince Ima, well, if we convince Kako to not join in the fight, so that way Ima joins the fight, then there's no one in the academy to stop Kako from transforming and fighting anyway. And at that point, she's already started fighting, so she might as well continue. So actually, this is like a 3D chess, or a 5D chess even. But clearly we're not going to go with that plan. We're not going to voice that. Because that's just my plan. Oh, Takemi, did you get the note I wrote you? The one about convincing Ima? Oh good, you did get it. I wrote it so I could ask for your help without my dear brother finding out. I'm sorry to trouble you. So, what do you think? Will you be able to convince him? Well, I'm still getting all the information I can first. Really? Thank you, Takemi. But are you sure about this? He seems dead set on not letting you fight. Whatever. He's always treating me like a child, telling me sister dearest this and sister dearest that. After what he did to Takemaru, he did cross a line there, it's true. He went to crazy levels to protect you. He's always been like that. He probably will be until the day I die. But I can't live like this. So what would you want to do if you could live your own life? I want to be a detective. Huh? A detective? Yes, just like the person I've always admired. But never mind about me. I'm counting on you, Takemi. Please convince my brother somehow. If I press her any further, she might get suspicious. So Kako wants her independence so she can become a detective. But is that the only reason? Okay. Let's go see Shoma, I guess. Huh? Information about Kako. Yeah, can you tell me what you know about her? Conversations you've had with her or anything like that. I'm sorry, but I don't really talk to Kako very often. I wouldn't want her to catch any airborne particles from a pessimistic fungus like me. Haven't you interacted with her at all? Though, come to think of it, when I was starting Takemaru's super intense to hell-and-back training regime, Kako did drop in on us. But before she could say anything, Ima showed up and took her back to his room. Maybe she wanted to train with you? She does seem pretty enthusiastic about joining the fight. You think so? I thought for sure she came to observe a social oddity on the verge of death, dripping with sweat and snot. I'm still curious about what that training involved. No one could have expected as dramatic a transformation as yours. Oh, if that's the case, maybe you'd like this. A tire? What for? Part of the training was having me run while pulling a tire. If you're interested, feel free to use it yourself, Takemi. Don't worry, I fully disinfected it. My inferiority spores aren't on it anymore. Okay, thanks. I don't plan on doing any training, but maybe I can use this for something. Might as well hold on to it. Okay. Well. Ow. Sorry, back cracked. How's it going, Mr. Sumino? Please be careful to not let on to my dear sister that you're trying to convince her and not me. I understand, but I need your help too. Your brother and sister. You must have some info about her you can share, right?
Oh!
I'd rather not let a single soul know any private details about my darling sister. But I suppose I have no choice this time.
Aha!
What would you like to know? Well, do you know anything about what she wants right now? That would undeniably be a motorcycle. Or more precisely, a scooter. A scooter?
Yeah!
Our father was a detective. He often rode a scooter to work, an old-fashioned one. That made her want one as well. Huh. This is the first I've heard about your father being a detective. Well, he and our mother both passed away from a traffic accident, while we were in elementary school. In spite of that, my dear sister has always admired our father's detective work. I see. Ever since our parents died, it's been just the two of us. We ate whatever we could to survive. We begged and even dumpster dived. I've done so many foul things for the sake of money. Weren't there any other adults who could take care of you? Of course we had our relatives that said they'd take care of us. But let's just say we've seen no shortage of the dark side of adults like that. What? That's why I decided to never trust anyone. So long as I had my dear sister, that was enough for me. Ima. I don't want my dear sister to see how foul this world truly is. I'm the only one who needs to bear that shame. I'll do whatever it takes for her sake, even if it means licking a stranger's boots. Wow. So that's the reason for his strange attachment to Kako. And you, Mr. Sumino, have been tasked with convincing my dear sister not to fight. Please take this assignment seriously. Ima has had a lot of good info to offer. So Kako wants an old-fashioned scooter, huh? I'll have to remember that. Okay. So... Okay, go this way. We actually checked the map. Takemaru? Are you okay out here with that injury? This little scrape's nothing. I didn't even process that I didn't even process it until we started talking to him. I was like, wait a second, he's not in his room. Kako apologized for it, you know? She ain't so bad. It's that asshole brother of hers that's the problem. Yeah, it seems like she's getting tired of putting up with him too. I thought she was pretty badass, speaking up about how she wants to fight. But that shit stain, it just had to go screw it up. Hey, calm down. You'll make the wound worse if you get worked up. By the way, do you know anything about Kako? I'm trying to learn more about her. Let's see. When I was screwing around with my ride, she came to talk to me. She said she wanted to try driving it, but I shot her down. Can't do that without a license. Wow, you're surprisingly upstanding about that kind of thing. Damn right I am. It's against the law. Good grief. Takemaru's images all over the place. Oh yeah, that reminds me. You want this thing? A bicycle? Where'd you find this? Out in the ruins. It's worn to shit, but it's still usable. Bikes ain't so bad, you know? I patrolled the turf on one till I got my license. Thanks. I'll take it. Sure. Do whatever you want. Do what you want with it. Smack people with it. Cuddle it. Sorry, I think I opened the wound a little. Gonna go back to my room and rest. Oh dear. Takemaru doesn't seem like he's recovering very well, but maybe I can use this bike for something. Okay. Great. Our patient is just fascinated. Hello, hello. Huh? You want to know about Kako? I've only been able to talk to her a little every now and then. Anything you can tell me is fine. Well, when I'm tinkering with cars in here, she always has a sparkle in her eye. And she's really enthusiastic when she asks me about bikes and driving techniques. I think she's into that stuff. I see. Thanks, that helps a lot. It's nothing. Don't mention it. Hey, by the way, check this out. It's a prototype I just finished. Ta-da! A custom-made motorcycle engine. Pretty sweet, right? I overhauled it in my spare time to relax. I tuned it up so much, it's gonna give a real smooth ride from now on. To be honest, I can't tell what's so special about it, but I'm glad you're happy with the results. Yep. I'm really proud of this one. But this is only a prototype of something Takemaru asked me to do, so I've still got plenty more to work with on. A motorcycle engine, huh? Hey, Tsubasa, do you think I can have that prototype? Huh? It's fine with me, but does that mean you're building something, Takemi? Maybe. I don't know if it'll work yet, though. Thanks for the engine, and the info about Kako, too. It really helps. Okay. Okay, so the thing Kako wants is... We just went through all of these, so... I've got all the materials. I better head over to the Gift-O-Matic and whip up an old-fashioned scooter right away. Okay, we're actually not going to put this in because we're at about time. And I think stopping right here and continuing on to convincing... Actually, well, you know what? Let's continue. Sure. This will be the Convince Kako episode, including scouting and the actual conversation. A motorcycle with a unique chassis. It's compact and easy to ride, and the cute look makes it popular. All right, it's finished. Now I just have to give it to Kako and hope it helps convince her. Right. How did it go, Takemi? Were you able to convince my brother? Huh? You're giving me this scooter? It's the same model as the one my father rode. Wow, this is amazing. It's like he's here with me again. I've always wanted a bike like this. Thank you, Takemi. Kako had tears of joy in her eyes. She was undoubtedly thinking about her father. She's bearing her soul like an innocent child. This is my chance to convince her. Kako, to tell the truth, there's something you and I need to talk about. We need to talk? Is it about you wanting to ride the scooter too? No, it's not that. It's about Ima. I'm sorry, but I can't help you convince him. But why? You said you'd help me. Because I see things the same way he does. You really aren't meant for the battlefield, Kako. I disagree, but okay. How could you, Takemi? Your gift made me so happy.
But you only brought it here at my brother's suggestion to convince me. I won't change my mind, no matter what anyone says.
It's not like that.
It's not like that.
It's just that I agree you'd be better off not fighting. How can you say that, Takemi? Please, hear me out. Ima's worried about you. He doesn't want the person he cares about most to be in danger. And I understand how he feels. That's why... But you're forcing me not to fight. Fair. It's always been this way. He's always held me back, intervening and telling me, it's for your own good, sister dearest. He won't even call me by my own name. He only worries about himself.
He just controls me however he sees fit.
You're wrong.
You're wrong, Kako.
How can you say that? Because Ima told me he'd fight in your place. That's why he asked me to come here. So I could convince you to stay out of danger. But do you think someone who just wants to control their sister would do something like that? He must care about you with all his heart. You're the only family he has. But, brother dearest...
Anyway, that has nothing to do with this. It's all just him deciding things in the end. I'm his only family, but he never discusses
okay, well I missed
things
that
with
option.
me. It's just so cruel. I hate him.
Do you really? As soon as I saw it, I was like, that's it.
Do you really?
There it is. What do you mean? I heard about your past from Ima. What? It's just been you two ever since your parents passed away in that traffic accident, right? Good golly. Your brother has desperately struggled to protect you since then. He'd literally do anything for you. Sure, he may be overbearing at times, but that just means his bond with you is deeper than anyone or anything else. Your lives have been nothing but pain, but you were able to overcome it together. That's... There's no way you could actually hate Ima. He cares about you with all his heart, and I think you care about him just as much as he cares about you, Kako. Oh my gosh, we're up to 95% already? What?
We put our lives on the line in this war. We could die at any time. I wouldn't want someone I care about getting dragged into it.
Right.
You lost your parents. You should understand that feeling. So please, don't do anything reckless. Do it for the person who loves you more than anyone in the world.
You know how much you mean to Ima. You just need to... I don't know why I keep reading that.
You need to keep yourself safe. For him.
I don't know why I try to read that out, because it's, I know from past experiences that is... Oh.
No, I can't do
Oh
that.
my gosh, we got faked out! Oh. Okay. Fascinating. Huh? My dear brother's always putting me first, it's true. And I do appreciate everything he's done for me. But there's another side to this. he means just as much to me as I do to him. That's why I can't just do nothing anymore. I have someone that I want to protect too. Sounds like you two need to have a good heart-to-heart. If I have to watch my dear brother getting hurt and making everyone his enemy, all for my sake, I think my heart might break. I don't want to hold him back. I never have. I just want us to support each other as equals. I'm not trying to rebel against Ima or leave him behind. I want to fight to protect him. I'm doing this because I love him. Right, of course. You have something worth fighting for, just like the rest of us. I understand Kako's feelings all too well. Her desire to fight isn't some passing whim. She's thought everything through, understood the risks, and come to the decision that's right for her. But wait, this isn't how it was supposed to go. I was meant to talk her out of fighting.
Oh, dear. It looks like you failed in your task, Mr. Sumino.
Don't be standing behind us with a frickin' shiv. Ima? Seriously? What was all that about? I had such high hopes for you, too. Brother dearest!
Hey!
Hold on a minute, Ima. It's true that I couldn't convince Kako to quit, but maybe you should listen to how she feels about it. That's right, It's okay, sister dearest. I heard the whole thing. You did? Yes, I was here the whole time. I wanted to observe and make sure Mr. Sumino did a good job. So you were spying on us? I thought you were going to trust me with this. It's hard for me to trust anyone when it comes to my dear sister's welfare. She's always been stubborn, but I'm still surprised even you couldn't get her to see sense.
Oh!
I guess it just goes to show things don't always work out the way you want.
I wonder if this is how it'll feel when you run off and get married someday.
Oh my! Huh? What do you mean? You don't need me to say it, do you? We've never really needed words to understand each other. I'm truly proud of you for growing into such a determined young woman, but at the same time, a little sad that you might not need my help so much anymore. Excuse me while I go cry into my pillow. If anyone needs me, I'll be in my room. It's getting late, sister dearest. Don't stay up too long. Ima left, smiling as usual, except this smile was different. It was tinged with a kind of resignation, and maybe even loneliness.
Huh?
Did he just give you his approval? I'm not sure. I've never seen him act like that before. Fascinating. Okay. Kako was clearly worried about her brother, and since we didn't have anything more to talk about, I took my leave. As for me, I went back to my room. Okay. Well, we did it. So that's good.
You never know when. Well then.
Good night. If I had to sum up what happened today, I failed to persuade Kako to stay on the sidelines, but she somehow managed to convince Ima how serious she is about all this. So she's going to fight with us in the next defensive battle, right? In that case, what will Ima do? I can't imagine he'll let Kako fight alone. Seriously, why do those two have to be such a hassle? True. Somewhat dissatisfied as I grappled with that notion, I decided to check on them in a few days. Okay. Well, here we go.
Get ready
Off
for
to
your
another
54th
day.
Prepare to spend a night. Be ready to give your life.
Hooray! I've done what I can to convince Kako. Now I need to get back to prepping for the next defensive battle. Okay then, how should I spend the day? Alright, well, we'll decide that later, because right now it's time to end the episode. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please let me know down in the comments below, and maybe leave a like. And if you want to catch the next episode as it comes out, go ahead and hit subscribe. But for now, that's it, so see ya!